Good day and welcome to another episode of ILcornTV. You can see more agriculture information featuring more stories and videos by liking us on Facebook or subscribe to our YouTube channel. This week we will feature an Illinois farmer who volunteers for the Illinois Beef Board. We will see how Illinois farmers are helping people in Uganda. We will check in on uncovering cover crops, and the Easter Bunny might make a surprise visit today. Now, let's head over to Justin Rahn's farm, where he farms with his wife and parents.
I joined the Illinois Beef Association Board of Governors 7 years ago. Also, I'm currently on the Cattlemen's Beef Board at the national level, CBB. Why did I join the Illinois Beef Association Board of Governors? So for every person that's trying to be an advocate of an association organization, it feels like there's 4 or 5 people that want to demote your product. And I just feel like I am standing up for what I believe in when I'm a part of the Illinois Beef Association Board of Governors. The Illinois Beef Association works hand in hand with the Pork Association, Corn and Bean Association, and through their efforts they can do policy things within our state legislature as well as programs to help the farmer, educate other consumers, and keep Illinois agriculture at the top of the priority.
Many farmers are known for saying, "We do this because we want to help feed and fuel the world." Well, here is an example of Illinois farmers in Ottawa, Illinois, who are demonstrating exactly that in Uganda.
So back in 2012, I took my first trip when I was 16 years old to Uganda in Africa, just as a mission trip through my local church at the time and getting to see the differences between a third world country and our country. So it's ITI, which stands for Innovations for Transformation Initiative, and is a nonprofit in Uganda that was started by our friend Milton, and he is from Uganda and grew up in one of the poorest parts of the country, and he really wanted to be able to help his people. It's just really surprising to see that we live in the same world and they do everything still by hand. They don't have many road infrastructures and they don't really have electricity that comes off of the main road down to where all these villages are at. So they're really living off the grid.
In the past 3 to 4 years, with this ability that we've had to assist these farmers, we have provided them with an agronomist, with somebody to come in and educate them on just the small steps forward that they can make to make an even better crop for themselves of their maize, of their corn that is just used in so many ways. We've been able to supply his services for them, and then also been able to provide them with hand crank corn shellers and tarps and wheelbarrows. All are things normally they don't have because they are doing all of their crop work by hand. Just the mere fact of being able to have a hand crank corn sheller in order to clear the cobs off of all of the corn, and also the tarps help to protect their grain from the rain while it dries out in the sun.
And finally, let's meet Colby, a farmer from Western Illinois who would like to share cover crop mistakes on his farm.
We like to joke that we've made every mistake in the book. We've done things to terminating too late, to planting too early, to planting into dry soils where it didn't come up. We've even planted like oats into standing soybeans, and the oats got about half as tall as the soybeans before we got the soybeans harvested. So we've done a lot of things wrong. We've decided that cover crops aren't a short-term fix for things. If you're going to stick with cover crops, you're going to have to do it long-term. You're not going to see a return after 1 year. It's going to be a several years thing. So we've just stuck with it, and we've tried to perfect our methods, and we think it's best for soil health long-term. If I was to tell a non-farmer anything about conservation and cover crops, cover crops aren't a one-size-fits-all fix. Every location is different. Every farm, even in a tight region, is different. So a cover crop that might work on one farm doesn't necessarily work on the other. So I think it's just every person needs to figure out what works best for them, and that's what will be best long-term.
And Easter is here, and that means Sunday dinner, Easter baskets, candy, and deviled eggs. As for how the character of the Easter Bunny made its way to America, well, History.com reports that it was first introduced in the 1700s by German immigrants to Pennsylvania, who reportedly brought over their tradition of an egg-laying hare named Osterhase. And this was from the Old Country. Legend has it the rabbit would lay colorful eggs as gifts to children who were good. So kids would make nests in which the bunny could leave the eggs and even sometimes set out carrots in case the hare got hungry. Either way, happy Easter and enjoy next week. Lauren will be with you on the latest episode. Have a great Easter.